your body be.
I haven't had tea in so long and it tastes so good. Oh my goodness, why did I stop drinking tea? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the Instagram controls my life, but really Instagram is controlling my makeup. I posted on my Instagram story. I mean, I'm not really sure how other people do it, but for me, I posted on my Instagram story yesterday different makeup products from foundation, primers, powders, bronzers, things like that, and I had you guys choose and pick which product you guys wanted me to use. So today I'm going to do a full face tutorial using all of those products. So if you want to see how the makeup look turns out, what everything looks like with all the products you guys selected, then definitely keep on watching. So the first makeup product I asked you guys to choose was the primer. I asked you if you preferred the Too Faced or if I should use the Hard Candy Shine Free primer, and you guys of course picked the Too Faced primer, so that's what I'm going to be using now. I didn't moisturize my face. Be right back. Okay, so the face is moisturized. Now I'm gonna go into this Too Faced Hangover primer. Just going to take a little bit on my hands, and I love that this primer has a pump, and I am going to rub that in. I love that this primer has coconut water in it. It's very hydrating to the skin. I really like it, and I feel like my face gets really red like as I'm rubbing product on it. So the next product I asked you to pick was my foundation, and I asked whether I should use the NARS Sheer Glow, which is my baby, or the Natural Radiant, but 75% said Natural Radiant and only 25% was Sheer Glow. So Natural Radiant it is. And since I'm using this one in the shade Syracuse, which is a little too light for my skin, I am going to mix some of this L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I promise you guys I am going to do a video on how to get glowy skin and everything like that, and this will definitely be mentioned in it. So if you're waiting on me to talk more about this product, it'll definitely be in that video. But I'm going to mix these two together and then I'm going to apply it to my face. Yeah, let's apply it. See, it makes it a little darker, so hopefully this will be better. And I'm just swiping that on my face any which way. Just trying to use up all the product on my hand. I like to go underneath that way I don't forget to blend it down your neck. Always make sure you blend down your neck. Although I'm initially using a brush, I'm still going to use my beauty blender just to make sure it's like really melted into the skin. I really like doing that. Like, I like to use a brush to apply foundation or most foundations, and then I'll just go in with my beauty blender and just really like dab it into my skin. That way it looks more skin-like and not like foundation is just like sitting on top of your face. This is a really good foundation. I really like the way that the Glotion mixed with the foundation to make it a little bit darker, so it kind of matches me better. Thank goodness. Okay, so I did my brows off camera the best that I could. They're not sisters, they're cousins today because I need my eyebrows plucked. But so I did that off camera, and then now we are going to move on to concealer. So I asked you guys, should I use the NARS Soft Matte, which was 50%, and then I also asked if I should use the Tarte Shape Tape, which was also 50%. So half of you said Tarte, half of you said NARS. I was gonna select which one I would use, but I figured the most fair way to do this is one eye NARS, the other eye Tarte. Hopefully I don't look crazy and one side's not more highlighted than the other. We'll see. But I decided I'm just going to use both, one on each eye. That way it's basically fair because it was a tie. I'm going to take the Tarte and I'm going to put the Tarte on my left side, and then I'm going to use the NARS on my right side. Let's see how this goes. The next thing I asked about was my setting powder. I gave you guys the option of the Laura Mercier or the Airspun powder. Airspun is, for those who don't know, is more like drugstore, and Laura Mercier obviously is high-end. And you guys chose the Laura Mercier 63%, and the Airspun powder was only 37%. So I'm going to use the Laura Mercier to set my under eyes, and I will also use it to carve out my bronzer and cheekbone area when I apply that. But let's apply it underneath the eyes first, dipping it in and then tapping it off, because I'm not trying to bake with this. And then I just want to dab it underneath my eyes ever so lightly. Set the lid area too. That way we don't have to worry about that for the eyeshadow. It's already done, basically. Then we are going to bronze. I gave you guys the option of the Makeup Revolution, my favorite one, Triple Baked Bronzer in Hot Summer of Love. And I also gave you the option of the Benefit, no, let me look. So yes, it was Makeup Revolution or Hoola Benefit, and everybody said the Makeup Revolution, and I love you guys for that, because this is my favorite bronzer. I like bronzers that like give me a glow, and I feel like the Benefit is more of a contour kind of color for me versus being like a bronzer. When I think of bronze, I want to be bronzed, I want to be glowy. That's what I think of when I think of bronzer. So now we are going to move on to the eyes. I gave you guys the option of the Ring the Alarm Jaclyn Hill palette versus a CoverGirl palette that I had that I really wanted to use, but you guys wanted me to use Jaclyn's. So here we are using this Ring the Alarm palette, and I'm just going to create a look based off of these shadows. I used this in a previous video, but I didn't really give you guys like a step-by-step tutorial as to what I was doing. But I'm going to try and do something different with this palette. I will probably switch over to voiceover for this part. That way I can just concentrate on what it is that I'm doing. And then I'll be back live and in person to finish off the face. But once I do finish the eye part, I am going to apply my lashes, which I'll just tell you guys now. You guys choose between Nicole Guerrero lashes or the Jasmine Brown. They both are Eyelure lashes, just two different YouTubers or collaborators. And you guys chose these ones, so I'm starting off with Rush as my transition shade right there in the crease. Then I am taking Framed in the palette, and I'm using that on 1/3 of my lid, kind of below that orange shade. I don't want to mix it into the orange shade, but as you'll see, I'll be going in with a different brush to kind of define the edges a little better. And then I will be taking that same blender brush that I was using in the beginning to just, no product on it, just blend it all out. And then I'm using Lowly on my inner lid, and I'm also adding a little bit of Boom on top. My eyes are done. I feel like this look got very like wow, very fast. The thing that I did not show you guys was my inner corner or my under eye. My under eye, I just used the same two shades that I used on the top, minus the shimmery shade on the bottom, just to smoke it out a little bit. And then in my inner corner, I actually took On Camera, which is like the golden color right here, and I just pop that into my inner corners. Yeah, so moving on, highlight. I asked you guys if you wanted me to do a powder highlight, which was the Laura Geller, or a cream highlight, which was like a CoverGirl one that I had that I did not ever use. I was kind of interested in using it, but of course you guys picked the powder. So I'm going to be using Gilded Honey in the Laura Geller highlight. It's a little mini, and I'm just going to pop that on for highlight. If I can find my brush, here it is. So we're just going to swirl it around in there. Highlight. I felt like this highlight just like ties into my bronzer that I had used. Bam. And I didn't ask for a lip color, which I should have. So I'm debating whether I want to do a nude, just put on the Rihanna Fenty, or do a clear gloss. So guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for all of your suggestions, for taking part in the poll on my Instagram. If you aren't following me on Instagram or Twitter, definitely follow me. All my links are down below. That way you guys can be part of the next survey or whatever it is that I choose to do. Also, I try to keep you guys updated on those social media sites as to videos that are being posted, video ideas, Q&As, things like that. So that's also a good way to keep in touch with me, to talk to me, to get to know me, whatever it is. But definitely check out all of my social media. Again, it is going to be linked down below. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I don't have anything else to say other than I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video or vlog, whichever one comes first. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.
With me, move your feet and feel it in the space between. You gotta give yourself a moment, let your body